When I first came up with the idea of a patient spotlight every newsletter, it was perfect. It was because part of this was sharing stories. I wanted other people to be able to share their stories, raise awareness, connect with others without fear of any judgment. With the first issue, it seemed only fair that I go first. I mean, you're putting yourself out there. And also logistically, very few people knew I was putting this together. So someone had to fill a slot. I wondered what I was going to talk about. I had so many medical conditions, as you can see in my resume. What do I talk about? Listing them as boring. When I try to go through them like a timeline and how they impact me, it's much longer than any video or article should be. That's scrapped. Then I was going to go about it with, well, how was I in this very moment? What's going on now? Because as a professional patient, there is always something, which can be annoying for others. But that's the thing. You're a professional for a reason. It's your life. And I thought, well, there are things going on right now. I could talk about that. I could share that. And, maybe I will next time. The reason I say that is because today I received a text from a friend whose two little boys have autism. I love those kids. I love my friend. I love their family. And I was so upset by the text. And I just kept thinking about those two boys. And so here I am making something that is about someone else, about myself. And that's okay because I get to talk about them here because, in a way, they are the first spotlight. These two kids, those under 6, are awesome, phenomenal. I have favorite things about them, and then I think about other things that become new favorite things. I love how one of them has to say hello to everyone in the room. I love the expression another makes and how the sunlight hits his face. And because he's nonverbal, it's okay because he communicates with his eyes in a beautiful way. That's who they are, but they need help. I talk about it in my call to action because, well, I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know that what they relied on was suddenly in jeopardy. Threw me. It's still throwing me. It was so hard to record that PSA because I just kept tripping over the word. For all I know, by the time I'm done with this, the video is going to look super choppy because there was a lot of putting pieces together to make it all work. And hopefully I didn't come across as cross-eyed when I was looking at a script in the corner of my screen to finally try to get it together. These boys, they're not something you put in a Word document. They're not a list, but there's a long list of things that are going to be taken away from them if people don't rally and stop things tomorrow. And I guess by tomorrow, I mean today, because today is Tuesday, even though I'm recording this Monday, and it sucks. I did not know what their therapies were called officially, but I knew about them and how instrumental they were. I got to read those milestones via phone, but I know how important, crucial it was. I didn't know what their therapy was called, but I knew that it was important. I knew that it was working. I knew that it was making a difference. I knew that they wouldn't be where they are today in terms of development and functionality if it wasn't for that therapy. And by that, I mean applied behavior analysis. To think that they may not get that because a state government has decided to raise the bar so high that no kid actually qualifies for ABA treatment royally ticks me off. And I want to use other language, but, you know, I'm trying to keep it a little friendly. Fact that they're doing all of these other things just add to it that they are increasing demand for RBTs or registered behavior technician, educational requirements, work experience way beyond the certification levels. It's ridiculous. The things that they are stripping away, it's kind of like when someone says they're not taking away the book you're holding, and then they grab that book and rip it away so you only have one page left. That's what they're doing for the kids who happen to qualify for APA. If something is considered self care or educational or recreational, strike it. At school support, strike it. Virtual sessions, strike it. Make sure you fall below X, Y, and Z every single day, every single week. All the services that are no longer billable. I went on and on about it in my call to action. And so I won't just drone on about it here. But I hate it. I hate that they are going through it. I hate that their family is going through it. It's making it about me. But that's what I have to say right now. For me, what I was going to share, my current situation, is, I guess, parallel to theirs in the sense that I was jumping through hoops, trying to gain access to care that I really, really need to control my seizures. And I am just a ping pong ball. And I'm tired of playing ping pong. But that's the thing. I'm an adult. I can go in there. I can try to work with them. I can try to go around them. I can try to smash my way through them. Or I can go along on my own way. But I have that choice and that ability. I'm 40. They're not. So I guess that's our first personal spotlight. Comes across as kind of a downer, but I don't want to see it that way. I want to see it as hope. 24 hours. Their fight isn't over. And I am right there with them. And I am grateful for everyone else who is too. So hopefully that's what's gained from this, I guess, is hope. We all have it. We all need it. And if you don't realize that we want it, I want these boys to win. So I hope it. I really hope you take action. And I know I will. Thank you for tuning in to our first official story spotlight. And maybe I haven't droned on long enough where I'll catch you next time.